Are you spending time around somebody lately, and what's been confusing you is how drained you feel afterward? Yes, they just literally drain you. Like you've been trying to stay present, trying to have normal conversations, trying to keep things light and just chilled, but whew, when they leave, you literally feel mentally exhausted, emotionally heavy, mentally exhausted, like something was just off. You can't even fully explain why, though. You can't. So now it's like you're wondering, why do I even feel like this around them? Why does my energy feel low after I done dealt with this person or been around them? Yeah. If that's you, let's talk about it. Because sometimes your body literally picks up on things that your mind hasn't fully processed yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not every environment or every person is aligned like with your peace. Sometimes just people or situations or atmospheres, certain atmospheres, it can kind of disrupt your peace. Especially like if you've been just like at a peaceful state, chilled, relaxing, you don't deal with drama, you're not into all that, and then you get in like a low vibrational atmosphere that literally can drain you. Yep. And also like if you're in a space or an environment where it's like tension, inconsistent, inconsistency, emotional instability, your nervous system feels it. I know mine does. Where it's tension, inconsistencies, and it's just chaos or just emotionally unstable people and stuff like that, that I feel it. Yeah. And even like even if you're talking to the people in the environment or whatever or to a person and the conversation seems normal, and even if like literally nothing is obviously nothing at the time is happening, your body can still be responding. Yep. Because what happens is your body is designed to detect stuff. Okay, your nervous system is checking for fight or flight or protect. It tries to protect you and make sure it keeps you safe or give you like a notice that hey, this is not safe. Yep. So you might notice stuff like feeling on edge, uneasiness, anxious, mentally just drained. You feel like you need some space afterward. And sometimes even like you don't even know why. You don't even know why you feel like that. But the thing is that like that feeling though, what it is information. It's giving you information and feedback that hey, this is gonna disrupt your peace. This is not a peaceful environment, and you shouldn't ignore it either. It's not something to ignore because the thing is like when you repeatedly feel drained about around somebody or an environment, then basically what that could mean is like it's a sign that something emotionally is off. when it's constantly draining you. You're not like a lion because you shouldn't be constantly drained when you go to this environment or when you talk to this person or when you talk to that person. I you know, sometimes you could feel like, maybe you're overextending, maybe. Maybe you're constantly adjusting because it's not feeling comfortable, or maybe you're trying to just keep the peace because you know where this environment feels like it's not like a peaceful environment. It's ups and downs, highs and lows, ups and downs, chaotic, argumentative, and you just trying to keep the peace and you just can't function. Like your nervous system is just on alert. Yep. And that happens too if you're a person that's like stabilized and a super peaceful person, you feel all of it. And people don't understand, like, because you feel off. Like you don't feel comfortable. Like you're peaceful at a peaceful place. Yep. And what happens is if you stay in situations and environments that are not peaceful, what can happen is like over time, it becomes super exhausting. You just get so exhausted because what happens is it's like you're giving it your energy. Think about a leech and how they like latch on and they suck all the blood and that's what leeches do. They suck the blood, like, I think that's right. They suck the blood out, and so that's like your energy is being sucked out. Like when you go into these environments or deal with these people. I also equated to, I didn't give you an analogy, but how I think about it is that and I've said this to about situations or people. Sometimes it's like you'll go in, bopping along because you're a peaceful type of person. You don't like all that drama, all that arguing, all that deception, all this toxicity. You don't like all that, and so you'll go in like a full plump grape, and you'll leave like a dried up raisin. Like it's just like it sucked the life out of you. Like you started out just all, happy go lucky, peaceful, calm. Let's do this, let's do that. By the time you go deal with this person or these people, or you're in this environment, it shakes your world because you're not used to that. So now your nervous system is like going like fight or flight, because it's like the environment becomes, or the people become exhausting to you because you're giving your energy in a space that is not pouring back into you. And that's why they're just sucking the stuff out of you, but they're not pouring anything back into you. Yep. But the thing is that don't you don't have to ignore what you feel. Now that you know what's going on, you don't have to ignore like what you feel. Just maintain a connection with like your feelings. When you feel like it's off or it's going off, you can just kind of pivot a little bit because your peace matters. Me, peace is everything. You're, when you have peace, it's just you're in such solitude and you're just so happy and peaceful. Your body is relaxed. Like I get migraines sometimes, but like when I'm in a peaceful state, I have way less migraines and stuff like that. I'm not as like like you can feel your nervous system like when you are around like stuff that's not peaceful or people that's not peaceful or environments that are not peaceful. You can feel it. You literally can feel it. So just don't ignore what you feel, okay? So make sure you pay attention to what you actually feel to maintain a connection so you can understand what's going on, because your peace and energy, that matters. I don't think enough people understand or realize like how big of a deal having your peace is, and just self-control and just being in a loving environment, even if it's just you loving yourself, like filling your love tank, loving on yourself, doing stuff for yourself, or if you're in a household um, with a loving environment where you're pouring into somebody, they're pouring into you in a positive way. It makes a huge difference. But I think a lot of people take that for granted, and they don't really, like, once you have that, it's like, oh my God. Yep. And your energy matters and your peace matters in your body. It always is going to tell you the truth, because all that stuff I was just mentioning that you might feel once you get like in environments that kind of disrupt your peace and stuff, you have that tension, you're on edge, you might be a little anxious, you might just start having headaches, you just inside you just don't feel like comfortable. Yep. Because your body tells you the truth before your mind is even ready to accept it. And remember, if any situation or environment, people, situation, anything is causing you confusion, remember, God's not the author of confusion. He doesn't want you to be confused, so you know that's not of Him. Yeah. He calls us to peace. So if something is consistently feeling draining to you, it may be something you need to create distance from. Yep. Because the thing is like protecting your peace, it's not selfish. It's not. It's not selfish. So if you've been feeling heaviness, or, feeling like anxious or just heavy, feeling like your peace is interrupted, don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Listen to it, because sometimes what happens is that feeling is leading you back to yourself. Because that means you're kind of veering off, because it's so, maybe got you worked up, or it's so chaotic. Yep, it's trying to lead you back to yourself, so you can get back to your stabilization and your stable environment, internally and externally. Okay? So I hope this message helped you, and if it did, please like and subscribe. My name's Melinda. I'm a registered nurse, a life coach, and a mentor. And on this channel, we focus on faith, healing, and emotional wellness. And I usually try to pick, different things that I've researched that's going to help us grow, help us to have more peace, more clarity. So if this is something that helped you, please give me a thumbs up to let me know, hey, thank you. Or give me a comment. Let me know. Have you ever walked into a situation where you can instantly feel it, and you don't have to like put all your personal business on there if you don't want to put all that in the comments, but you could just say, yep, and I know what you mean. Yep. Or been there or something like that, just to let me know. All right. And so, as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness, and wishing that you have a great day or evening, whatever time you're watching. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you. Thank you for watching.